Coming up in this video, the casual joke that is really a dagger to your confidence, the ultimatum disguised as standards, the loyalty test you never agreed to, the backhanded compliment that rots your self-worth, and the silent threat hidden in 4 deceptively calm words. Stay tuned. Have you ever had a girl say something that made your gut twist, but you brushed it off because you really liked her? Well, today, we're ripping the mask off 5 phrases that tell you it's time to walk away before she wrecks your peace and your future. Make sure you watch the entire video because I'll show you the exact moment to cut contact and the one sentence that would flip the power back to you. Jessica OS here. Welcome to the channel. Deal breaker phrase 1. I was only kidding. Relax. So you're at a small get-together with friends. Everyone's laughing. Then, out of nowhere, she looks straight at you and says, "Wow, you really wore that shirt?" "I'm kidding, just relax." The room chuckles, you freeze for half a second, and she leans back like nothing happened. Here's the truth. Hidden behind that joke, she's testing the waters to see how much disrespect you will tolerate. If you laugh it off, she learns that poking holes in your confidence is actually okay and allowed. If you call it out, she plays the "you're too sensitive" card, flipping the problem back onto you. Either way, your self-respect takes a hit while she keeps the social points. You'll hear different versions of this line. Maybe it's, "Oh, your little dad bud is cute. Relax, I'm teasing." Or, "Sure you can afford that car? Ha ha ha, chill." Notice that the target never moves. She's not teasing your taste in music. She's drilling into your ambitions, your wallet, your body. That is contempt in a party hat, I'm telling you. The damage is subtle, but it's savage. First, you'll start to question your gut, and then you'll tiptoe around topics that might trigger some other random jab from her. And soon, she's the judge while you're the defendant begging for a lighter sentence. Confidence cannot breathe in such an atmosphere. So what do the very first time this happens? Stay calm, look her in the eye, and say, "I'm all for playful banter, but just keep it respectful." That one sentence will do 3 things for you. It names the behavior, sets a clear standard, and denies the overreacting narrative. If she listens to you and switches gears, cool. You upgraded the humor without the drama. If she rolls her eyes or doubles down, you want to give her the scoreboard. Tell her, teasing that strips dignity kills attraction. Are we on the same page? If she's still dismissive after that, game over. You don't need to shout, ghost, or beg. A simple, "This dynamic doesn't work for me, take care," will end that story. High-value men do not audition for anyone's approval. They set the stage and invite the right people onto it. The next time someone hides a knife inside the words, "I was only kidding," just remember, the joke ends where your respect begins. Deal breaker phrase number 2. If you really love me, you would... So imagine you just landed a once-in-a-lifetime invitation to fly out and network with, say, industry giants in a coming weekend. You're pumped, you tell her about it, she tilts her head with a half smile and says, "If you really love me, you'll skip that trip and stay." Freeze that moment. Now, what she's really saying is, prove your love by shrinking your life to fit my comfort zone. She's taken the purest thing you can offer, love, and twisted it into a bargaining chip. Say yes, and you teach her that your ambitions are negotiable. Say no, and she'll frame you as selfish. What does this mean? Either way, the scoreboard will always be rigged against you. You'll spot variations of this line. If you cared, you'll hand me your phone. If you love me, you'll quit hanging out with those useless friends of yours. If you love me, you'll co-sign that loan. Every version is the same game. Emotional blackmail, right? Left unchecked, it eats you from the inside. First, you'll resent canceling that one night out with your buddies, and then maybe you drop a career move. And suddenly, your world has the square footage of her insecurities. Your future becomes a sacrifice on her altar of validation. Here's how you break the spell the first time she pulls it. Keep your voice calm, your eyes steady, and say, "Love is not a transaction. I can love you deeply and still honor my goals." That single sentence will lift the conversation from guilt to principle. If she nods and says, "Fair point," basically you've just upgraded the relationship. If she pouts, flips the guilt back, or threatens consequences, step 2 is to seek clarity. Say something like, "Love that demands proof by dismantling my purpose isn't love." Are we on the same page? Still offering no accountability after you say that? Then it's time to walk. Not with anger, but with resolve. A simple, "This dynamic isn't healthy for us and I'm stepping away," will close the door. Remember, high-value men don't trade their destiny for temporary peace. When someone uses love as a leash, remember, the minute you surrender your mission, the relationship has already failed. Protect your purpose, protect your peace, and the right partner will cheer you forward and not hold you back. Deal breaker phrase number 3. Maybe we should see other people. You're sitting across from her at your favorite cafe, steam curling out of the coffee or drink, and you've just set a gentle boundary. Maybe asked her to tone down the public flirting with guys in her DMs. She stirs her drink or coffee, looks up and drops, well, maybe we should see other people. Freeze that line. She hasn't just suggested a casual break. She's dangling breakup in front of you like a toy, measuring how hard you'll scramble to keep her. It's a pressure tactic and not a proposal. Maybe we should see other actually translates to, I want the perks of exclusivity without the responsibility of accountability. It's an emotional sword that is being hung above your head. Sway just right and it'll drop. Red flag variations of this may sound like, maybe we rushed into this. I'm just not sure monogamy is for me right now. Let's keep things open for now, right? Each version of this phrase keeps you on probation while she auditions other options. What does this do to you? You start performing for reassurance and not connection. A power imbalance forms. She dictates the threat level. You scramble to lower it. You lose your identity. Your choices become reactions to her ultimatum. My guy, what you need to be doing is to look her in the eye and in a steady tone say, if you're unsure, that's your journey. I'm looking for someone who's all in and not half out. Let's end this before resentment starts to build. Now, something like this would work for a couple of reasons. It takes the offer at face value, no negotiation. It shows self-respect by refusing trial status. It exposes whether she values you or just the leverage you provide. So here's what I need you to do, a 2-step protocol. First, call a bluff. Use what I just taught you once and watch her reaction. 2, close the door. If she wavers, you still walk, because vagueness today will become betrayal tomorrow. The bottom line is this. High-value men protect their peace by refusing relationship spin cycles. When she hints at seeing other people, thank her for the clarity and step out. The right woman won't need to threaten departure to appreciate your worth. You know what I mean? Deal breaker phrase number 4. You're lucky I'm with you. So you just crushed a big deadline at work. Adrenaline still buzzing, and you tell her the good news. She looks up from her phone, she smirks and says, well, you're lucky I'm with you. Freeze that moment for me for a second. You're lucky I'm with you. She's framed herself as the jackpot and you as the charity case. This is complete contempt wrapped in a compliment. What she's really saying is, I'm the prize and you're the runner-up. It's not gratitude. It is a power play that keeps you hustling to prove that you deserve someone like her. And the longer you let things like this slide, the smaller you'll become in your own story. Now, this phrase can also sound like, oh, most women will never date a guy like you, or count your blessings because I can have any man I want, or be grateful I put up with this. Each version plants the same seed. You're easily replaceable. What does this do to you psychologically? It erodes your confidence. You begin to doubt your value. It creates a scarcity mindset. The fear of losing her may make you start to accept crumbs. There's silent competition created. You start comparing yourself to every guy she meets, hoping to measure up. If this is left unchecked, you will wake up one day arranging your entire schedule around keeping her happy while your own dreams just sit in storage. Is that what you want? I'm guessing not. So how should you respond in an instance like this? Lock eyes and in a calm tone say, I appreciate you, but I'm not lucky. I bring value to this relationship too. Now, this is so effective because it reframes the narrative without attacking her character. It declares your worth out loud. It tests whether she can celebrate you as her man. Now, there's a 2-step protocol that I'd like you to do. First thing, you need to clarify and say something like, respect has to go both ways. Do you see us as partners? Second thing, decide. If she doubles down or scoffs, right? Choose self-respect over scarcity. A simple, this dynamic is not healthy for me and I'm stepping back, will end the contest. High-value men don't beg for validation. They know a relationship is an alliance of equals, not a one-sided sponsorship. When she tells you that you're lucky to have her, remember, real love celebrates both sides of the table. If she can't see your worth, walk away and sit at a table where you're already valued. Go where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated. Deal breaker phrase number 5. I don't owe you an explanation. This is common. Picture this. It's a Saturday night, your phone has been silent for hours and she finally pops up out on your screen at 1 a.m. You ask, well, where were you? And she fires back, I don't owe you an explanation. The words land like a brick. Translation? She wants the perks of exclusivity without a basic courtesy of accountability. What's really happening? She's slamming the door on transparency, the oxygen of trust. A healthy partner might actually say, sorry, my phone died. I was out with Maya. Here's what happened, blah, 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 right? An unhealthy partner will hide behind privacy as a shield to dodge responsibility. Privacy is a right, yes, but secrecy is a weapon. You'll hear cousins of this phrase sound something like, "Oh, stop interrogating me," or "My life is my business," or "You're being paranoid." Every variation pushes the same narrative. Your desire for clarity is a crime, while her opacity is sacred. Letting this slide will trigger a slow poison. Suspicion will bloom. You'll start second-guessing every plan, every delay, every muted phone call. Instead of spending mental energy actually building the relationship, you'll start to burn it by solving riddles. Eventually, you'll become an investigator, and she'll become that elusive suspect. Not exactly the romance that you signed up for, correct? So what do you say the first time something like this happens? Okay, I need you to keep your voice level, eyes steady, and say, "Look, I'm not looking for a rundown of every minute of your day, but open communication is respect, and I only invest where respect is mutual." That line will do three things for you. It states your standard, it separates healthy privacy from unhealthy secrecy, and it puts the ball firmly in her court. If she apologizes and fills the blanks, great, you just elevated the relationship. If he rolls her eyes or doubles down on the wall of silence, step 2 is what you should be looking at. Clarity. Now say something like, "Without basic openness, we cannot build trust. Are you willing to meet me halfway?" If the answer is more a deflection, the decision is simple. Thank her for the honesty of her refusal and walk. No drama, just a clear exit. High-value men protect their peace with non-negotiable boundaries. Trust requires light and not shadows. When someone tells you she owes you no explanation, believe her, and then invest your energy in someone who values the truth as much as you do. A lot has been said. Guys, please tell me you noticed the pattern. Every phrase I've shared with you in this video cuts the legs off respect. If ever you hear one, remember this power sentence. Respect is not negotiable. Say it once, and if she can't rise to it, you rise out of the relationship. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, because I've got a lot more no BS relationship advice coming your way. Choose respect, choose peace, choose you. Jessica OS here. Cheers.